Hello, welcome to the next edition of the Wednesday special. Today we're going to be trying out Mosswood Dread Knight. I think it's one of the best cards from the set. I really haven't played tested too much with it yet, but face value, it looks like it should be a decent card. What we're going to be trying out today is Jund Possibility Storm. So having another green creature that can come down on turn 2 is quite vital in the aggro plan for this deck. And later in the game, it has a sorcery attached to it, so it can do Possibility Storm into ETI and hopefully win the game from there. So we have a couple avenues which we could attack from. Now, what's really important about this upgrade was the inconsistency of sorcery-based adventure cards is really what this deck wanted. So I'm glad we got maybe one potential card for this deck. If you like this kind of content, don't forget to like, comment, subscribe. We're on our way to 1,000 subs. Let's get there. And let's get into the deck list. So the version I prefer is the instant version. So we do have instants in the deck to help regulate and control our opponent's board. So we still have Volcanic Spite, which I really like, and Volcanic Awakening. These cards allow us to put ETI to the bottom or Borgamos. So those are very important lines for this deck. The other version, which only has one instant, which is to basically get a combo piece. So, I mean, either way, I feel like the deck could be pretty decent. But I said I like this version better. We still have Preserver as a way to fight through Shieldred. We have 8 Elves, 1 Serpent to cast for free, Lovestruck Beast, Bone Crusher Giant, Gnarl Professor. So we still have a decent mid-range plan with Fable the Mirror Breaker. So that's still a pretty good card. Turns out. Sideboard wise, we have 4 Running Volleys for Greasefang, because I think that's one of our worst matchups. Mono Blue Spirits and Mono White. Pithing Needle for Mono Green. Damping Sphere for Lotus Field. Scavenging Ooze for Graveyard Hate. Unlicensed Hearse for more Graveyard Hate. A Crowan War for Mono Green. The Elder Dragon War for a sweeper against like small creatures like Mono Blue and Mono White. That is our deck we're trying out. See the deck in action. Hopeless Nightmare. I feel like this is a matchup where Bone Crusher is not good. Passes. Pathway on green. Elf. Go. Swamp. Life of Toshio Yamazawa. Stomping Grounds. Untapped. Fable the Mirror Breaker. Okay, now kills the elf. Plays another swamp. Kills my token. Just get rid of Bone Crusher. Elf. Elf. Go. Best case scenario, we top deck a red source, play Storm, and then combo. Okay, that flips. Plays another swamp. Invasion of Eldraine. Okay. Passes. Ironic, we drew the land. Play tap land. Go. Plays another swamp. Attacks. Take it. Haunted Ridge. Attempt to hit you. Plays another swamp. Another Nightmare. Drains me for 2. Sacks the Nightmare. Scries. Hits me for 2. Take it to 10. Overgrown Tomb. Tapped. Go to combat. Hit you for 4. Okay, kills an elf. Makes a rat. Hits me for 2. Sacks the Nightmare. Another elf. Hits you. Okiba. Drains me. Attacks with both. Let's take out the rat, I guess. So we're at 5. Heart's Desire. So that's a pretty good top deck. Cast Lovestruck Beast. Copy the Lovestruck Beast. Go to combat. Hit you for 6. Makes me sack Reflection. Passes. Draw a land. That's not very helpful. Go to combat. Hit you. Chumps. Okay, that flips. 2/2 for Menace. Passes. We draw another land. Smack with Lovestruck Beast. Blocks. Put that on red, I guess. Pass. Invasion. Hits me to 1. Passes. Oh my god, another land. Go to combat. Smack. So 3-1. Passes. Go to combat. Hit ya. Got it. Maybe a Cindervines? I didn't see a Shieldred, so take out the Preserver. I don't like that. Booming Marsh. Heart's Desire. Go. Swamp. Hopeless Nightmare. Yes, get rid of the Love-Struck Beast. Passes. Regret it. Instantly. Play a tap land. Attack. Should have got rid of the Ridge. Or the Tomb. Passes. Do not have a second swamp. Fable. Smack. Another Nightmare. Get rid of Springs. We will get rid of single Bone Crusher. Love-Struck Beast. Go. Draws a swamp. Plays it. Beetle. Get rid of the Bone Crusher. Springs. Possibility Storm. Attack with those two. Make a treasure. Another Beetle. What does it flip into? Watch it flip into his best card in the entire deck. Did it seriously go into another Virus Beetle? That's impressive. Passes. Volcanic Spite. Copy the Love-Struck Beast. And attack for lethal. Got it. 1-0. Let's get in the next. Pathway on white. Myth Realized. Tomb tapped. Go. Plains. Foretells a card. Passes. Springs. Dread Knight. Go. Castle Vantress. Passes. Overgrown Tomb untapped. Go to combat. Attack. Llanowar Elf. Go. Pathway on white. Doomscar. Stomp Face. Okay, turns it on. Hits me for 1. Dead Whispers. Tap land. Pass. I don't want to waste this until I have Possibility Storm. Castle Art Veil. Gideon. Makes a token. Tapped where he can't activate that. Play Dread Knight. And pass. Gideon to the Trials. Emblems. Turns Gideon to a 5/5. Shoot Gideon. Put Serpent to the bottom. Attacks me. I think I trade. Go to 10. Put that on red. Bone Crusher. Dread Whispers. Impulses. Supreme Verdict. That means he just beats me, right? Watch us draw Possibility Storm right next. We would have won if we did on our turn. Okay. So Cindervine's in, down Preserver, up Pithy Needle, down a Llanowar, run it like that. Stomping Grounds untapped. Llanowar Elf, go. Pathway on blue, passes. Tap land. Dread Knight, go. Plains, Defecation on Gideon. Overgrown Tomb. Dread Knight. Cindervines. Smack. Plains. Passes. Go to combat. Hit ya. Professor. Get Environmental Sciences. Go. So we are playing technically into a Supreme Verdict, but I think we have to present lethal. And we can still recover with Love-Struck Beast. Got game 2. Run it back. Actually, up the elf, down a giant. I don't like that. Plains. Myth Realized. Passes. Marsh. Go. Field of Ruin. Springs. Dread Knight. Go. Tap Vantress. Passes. Put Pathway on red. Go to combat. Hit ya. Cindervines. Go. Okay. Pops my Marsh. Grab a Forest. Hollow Fountain. Passes. We will go ahead and stomp your face. Bone Crusher. Attack. I want to present just enough where he feels like he has a wrath, but not too much where I am deploying all my threats. Supreme Verdict. Takes damage. There goes our board. I wouldn't mind a land. So we will go ahead and Dread Whispers. That is a land. Play the Gorge. Play an elf. Go. Now if you top deck an untapped land, he doesn't answer my elf, we win. Gideon of the Trials. He needs a Defecation too, even if he emblems. Dread Knight. Pithing Needle. I think Gideon Ally is better. He already has that emblem, in case he ever plays that one. And we just pass because he just turns on this Myth. Island. Gideon Blackblade. Stomp it. Gives it lifelink. Hits me. Take it. Untap land, please. Elf. Dreadnought. Bone Crusher. Hit Gideon. See if he turns on the Myth and exchanges. There is a possibility he just rafts. Cleans up my board. Hits me for 12. Doom Scars. Okay, hits me for 8. Seriously, if we had one land, we would have won this game. One more. Yep, we got a 5. Fable. Elf. Go. Impulse. Turns on the Gideon. Turns on the Myth. Gives that lifelink. Gets frisky. Take 4. Fable. Okay, I'm off. 1 and 1. We're so close, like, seriously. So close. Alright, let's get into the next. Gorge. Elf. Go. Marsh. Passes. Stomping Grounds. Untapped. Fable. Go. Summit. Tangled Colony. Passes. Seiju and Elf. Haunted Ridge. Attack with the Goblin. Dread Knight. And another Dread Knight. Go. Lord Skewer. Or Lord Skitter. Eats my elf. Attacks. Take it. Flip the Fable. Springs. Professor. Take Environmental Sciences. Attack. Pass the turn. The aggressive plan for this deck is a lot better. Not gonna lie, these Dread Knights being 3/2s for 2 or trample is pretty powerful. Rat King. Eats my Beseiju. Goes to combat. Makes another rat. Goes to combat. Attacks. Take it. Passes. Tomb. Tapped. Copy the Professor. We will loot the mountain away. Go to combat. Attack. I mean, these two can't block. So he has 2 blockers, one in front of each of these. Or double block this. That's death. Unless you can kill something. Pylon. Okay. That is a line. Cast Dread Whispers. Cast the Knight. Pass the turn. Mountain. Got game 1. So we'll bring an Elder Dragon. Seems like that's it. Down the Preserver. Not like that. Mountain. Passes. Gorge. Go. Passes. Forest. Dread Knight. Go. Kills it. Sure. Tap Marsh. Passes. Ouch. Dread Knight. Go. Another Torch. Sure. Colony. Passes. Llanowar Elf. Go. Attacks me. Take it. Pack Rat. Passes. Fable the Mirror Breaker. Tap Marsh. Attacks. I think I'll let you make 2 rat tokens. That way this is better. Haunted Ridge. We'll say yes. Get rid of Fable. Haunted Ridge. Elder Dragon. War. Rat the board. Summit. Lord Skewer. Makes a rat. Eats my Fable. Tomb. Get rid of the Professor. Shoot the rat. Llanowar Elf. Tomb tapped. Pass. Lord Skitter. Makes another rat. Probably eats my Professor. No attacks. Passes. Make a 4/4. Possibility Storm. Tap land. Pass. We're going to win by Dread Whispers. Pest Problems. What instant do you have in your deck? Probably rat out. Get rid of my Llanowar Elf. Gets rid of my token. Makes another rat. Probably eats my Elder Dragon. Do you attack? Does. You might as well go to 14. Untap. Dread Whispers. Cast ETI. Borgamo's back. Cast the Llanowar Elf. Cast Borgs. Snipe you. We had to win this way at least once. 2 and 1 was getting to the wrap up. So what did we learn this week about this deck? Overall, it felt really good. 2 and 1 with the deck. We comboed off 1 time. We had to do it at least once, right? And we had to do it also with Dread Knight, the new card. It just happens to be on flavor. It feels like it was fate. So we comboed once, and we did it with our brand new card, the Sorcery Half. That's pretty awesome. I'm not sure if I want to stay with 3 Possibility Storms or go up to 4. It is kind of clunky. It is a 5-drop. I'm not really sure what I would cut for it. You could say cut the Preserver, maybe move that to the side, and then go up to Storm. That way, if I need it against Shieldred, I have it. But that could be a possibility. Dread Knight felt amazing. That was definitely a huge powerhouse include. Professor still doing what he does best, which is being a decently sized body. Same with Beast. Giant honestly felt like the weakest of the bunch, just based off of raw power and it not having really any keywords. So then again, I guess Beast doesn't either, but the trample off Professor and Dread Knight did do some work. So I like the list. If you have any considerations, let me know down in the comment section. Don't forget to like, comment, subscribe, hit that bell notification before you head out the door. And until next time, hopefully you guys have a great rest of your day. Talk to you soon.